How is everyone doing today? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Brian, a non-contact socially interactive robot developed in the Autonomous Systems and Biomechatronics Lab at the University of Toronto.
So the main motivation behind Brian is that our baby boomers are retiring. So we're going to, actually starting next year, we're going to have this new round of elderly individuals in our population and looking at who's going to take care of them. So looking at this large population, maybe needing health assistance and trying to develop assistive technologies to help them. And this is where kind of the idea of developing a robot to do that came into play about 5 years ago. So Brian takes in inputs from his environment. So mainly the human. So he's looking at, the speech input, what they're saying, and then he looks at the emotions behind that speech. So we do it a few different ways. We've been testing out different ways to do it. One way is from body language itself. So looking at the person's demeanor, their gestures, and determining, if they're stressed, for example, or angry, or happy, or excited, and use that to determine now Brian's reactive behavior. So it's kind of taking in inputs, and then we build an emotional model and a personality for Brian based on that so that he will have certain reactions due to certain situations for the person.
For example, I can be happy. Or I can be sad. And I can be stern.
So we've designed Brian now kind of to potentially go into a nursing unit and maybe in the game room, for example, and start interacting and playing the memory game. And so right now we're kind of in the pilot design stage, looking at how we're going to integrate Brian, but hopefully by the next year we'll be in Baycrest and trying to test Brian. So right now, we haven't actually had him in front of the elderly individuals. We've had some focus groups with them just to see, if they're curious about a robot. And so they seem to be kind of curious to see what this robot will do. So we'd like to right now test Brian for his ability to provide social and cognitive stimulation. So we're looking at, Brian engaging in a person in an activity and looking at how much, he's kind of like a social motivator. So looking at how much interaction can take place with respect to that activity and with respect to Brian and the person playing. Yes, I've seen the Terminator, I've seen iRobot as well, and I think they're great for what they're meant to be, entertainment value.
For itbusiness.ca, I am Brian the Robot. Goodbye.